Now's the time, Portal Master.
Hey everybody, this is Mike with SkylanderNutts. I am back today to continue our walkthrough of Skylanders Giants. Now today we're going to be playing the 13th chapter. Some people believe that 13 is an unlucky number. Well, in Giants, I do think that's kind of true. The 13th chapter is going to be the hardest chapter to do a walkthrough of, and that is because we have to play through the level 4 times. 4 times to get all the collectibles. That's a little annoying. But don't worry, I'm going to cut out me replaying certain parts over and over again, and I'll just show you each of the different sections, each of the different areas, and show you where all the collectibles are that way. So we're going to get started right away. I think I'm going to try out Flame Slinger for a little bit. I'm going to put him on the portal. Since there's so many playthroughs to go through, I'm going to try to use some of these less used Skylanders, hopefully. Now, we don't have to talk to Flynn this time because we're in somebody's mind. I don't know. We're going to go meet the Oracle, whose name is like Octavius. He's a big octopus guy. Now, he is a very memorable character, kind of like the Big Rig's boss level. But, you know, the level itself, it's fun at first, annoying to have to go through it 4 times, but that's okay. Let's go ahead and talk to this guy and get started.
Excellent! Are you ready to visit the Oracle now? Okay, all we gotta do here is think about the Oracle and we'll go there. Concentrate. Concentrate. And...
Greetings. My name is Octavius Cloptimus, and you are Flynn, Calais, Ermit, and, of course, Flame Slinger.
How do you know our names?
Well, you see, Callie, when you ride with the best, handsomest, most heroic, charming, witty, and yes, even humble pilot in all of Skylands, people tend to know you. So...
I know everyone and everything. I am the Oracle of Skylands.
Or that works too, I guess.
I also know what has brought you here. You seek entrance into the Archean lost city of Argus. I can grant you this wish, provided...
Oh, here we go with the cloud talk again.
Provided this Skylander can pass a series of trials. They are for my research. You life forms are truly fascinating to me, and I wish to study the choices you make.
But if you're all-knowing, don't you already know how someone would respond to these trials?
While it is true that I can see into the past, and to some degree, the present, I cannot see into the future. At least not yet. That is the nature of my research. So, if you'd like to begin, I suppose your friends can wait back at the ship.
Well, sure, no problem. And when you think you're ready to put the stud in study, you know right where I'll be.
Your very first trial, Skylander, is the trial of courage. One path leads to chompies. The other, spiders. Pick the path that leads to what you fear most.
Alright, so this level is all about the trials, and each section of the level we're going to have to pick between going to the left door and the right door. Unfortunately, it's not as easy as just picking the left door every time and the next time picking the right door. It's not quite that simple. Based on certain challenges you choose, other challenges will be available, whether that won't be available even if you go just the other direction. So we're going to start off by heading to the left and doing this spider battle. Spiders, chompies, to me I think the levels are kind of the same as far as difficulty, but we will need to go through both of them to get all the collectibles.
Spiderlings.
Alright, so here we have a bunch of spiderlings, and I'm going to use Flame Slinger and try to... Oh, and there's a Gargantula. already hitting me. We gotta stay away from that Gargantula. And at the same time, try to beat all of these spiders. And, Flame Slinger is a little bit weak. I don't know if that's the right word. 14 damage per arrow, not the best. I could do some... Uh-oh, got caught. To do that, I have to be facing the right direction. Those spiders hurt. They just keep coming, so... Honestly, picking a giant on this level would probably be the best thing to do if you want to do some serious damage and get through it quick. But right now I'm just trying to get some people leveled up, some more money. Flame Slinger, I haven't used much. Connor likes using them. But I'm kind of thinking Flame Slinger's a little weak right now with these moves that he has. Perhaps that's why Connor ends up dying a lot with them. Look, I'm already half dead. I just can't seem to get any headway through these spiders. Now, because you do have to play through it 4 times, chances are you'll get through one of them without dying. And that's even if you're not doing speed run. But the speed run, you're still going to have to beat all these guys. So if you're doing a speed run, I would take your strongest Skylander in cases like this. Strong and quick. Quick battle is what you want. Okay, Flame Slinger's dying. We're going to switch. We're going to go to Shroom Boom for a little more power. I know Shroom Boom's pretty powerful. Light Core, first of all, that's good. But we're not just dealing with Gargantula. I haven't gone down here yet. There should be. Yep, there they are. 2 of these guys. I forget what they're called, but Shroom Boom's got some 34 damage. Pretty serious damage. Look at that. Taking them out. And then when they fall, whoa, almost got hit by a Gargantula there. Alright. Now we're getting somewhere. You can see over here is the Winged Sapphire. We'll come back to get that in a second. Also, we'll talk to the thing of Octavius. Now, one thing Shroom Boom can do that I like a lot is very passive. Just shoot these shrooms up and they come down and poison everything around it. I think they poison. They at least do damage. So I can just kind of run around and let these do most of the damage. But if I can get... They're a lot weaker than his normal attack. But they allow him to keep moving and dodging like that spider web thing that he keeps throwing out. And if I can throw some big mushrooms in there, I will. There we go. And then I can finish these spiders off with some raining poison shrooms, or whatever they're called. Pretty powerful. Alright, so first battle over, first challenge over. Let's talk to this guy.
Hello. I see you have picked the spider path. Very interesting. To complete this test, all you have to do is defeat the spiders in this room. Should be fun.
Yeah. I don't know why they put him way back here. There's no way I could talk to him while I was doing that battle. Once the battle's over, the wall falls, and we can get our Winged Sapphire. And because this had a Winged Sapphire, that's kind of why I picked this first. If you're going to have to play through the level a few times, you might as well get your 2% discount now, in case you make enough money to level somebody up during your other playthroughs. So we'll get that out of the way. Shroom Boom's got a bit of money on him right now. And let's go on to the next section. We gotta talk to Octavius again as he gives us a new choice.
Well done, Skylander. I am already getting some wonderful research data here. Next is the Trial of Hart. Here, you must find your true self. Would you rather be a small fish in a big ocean? Or a large fish in a small pond?
Okay, large fish or small fish. We're gonna go large fish first over here. This is my favorite one of the two, especially again if you're worried about speed. You want to be the big one because you can get through the levels quicker. See how much bigger I am right now? Look at these enemies, they're small. Right now I'm going to go attack them, but you don't have to attack these enemies. You can run through and pass and just go through this level. But I'm going to attack them. There we go. Now in this level we're going to be looking for a soul gem, which is going to be right at the end. So I didn't have to beat those enemies, but I did. Now the big guys have a hard time going through these. They will get kind of crushed if you're in between, like this. I can't go. Oh, let's see, watch. Nope, he didn't make it. But there will be a time when all three open at the same time like that, and then you can go through it. But you might have to wait a couple cycles for that to happen. Which is kind of annoying. If you were small, you'll see later, you can get through there a little bit better. Alright. Now there's another battle. Giant things for money, but unfortunately not giant money inside the things. So. Nope, middle one. Alright, here we go. All three will open now at the same time. And three we can go. Oh man, look at that. Oh, I'm just getting destroyed. Boom boom. Alright, enough shroom boom. Save him for later. Let's do Chill. Chill's got a soul gem power. Maybe I can get rid of some of those guys.
Stay cool.
Or not soul gem. Light core. Yep, light core got rid of somebody. Alright, now we can kind of go through these spiders. Stay behind. I didn't really need that food. I could save that for Shroom Boom. These are not easy spiders to beat, and you do have to beat these because that's how you gotta get that wall down. An enemy gate. Alright. Oh, get away. So Chill has a good power I should be using. This wall. Now this wall, she can shoot through the wall like that. See that? So because she can shoot through the wall, keeps her a little bit protected. Yeah, that one's dead. That's good. Whoop, little guys. Shoot through the wall and get rid of them. There. Now watch. The wall is pretty much... The spider killed it with its... There, it killed it again. But it gave me some time to, you know, do some damage. There we go. Should have been doing that from the start. Whoops. The little ones aren't that big a deal. Alright. Now we can continue on through this level. Now I say I like this one better because it's bigger, can get through it a little bit faster, but you know what? The bigger ones have to wait for these all to open. I'm not sure that is the best way anymore. And this is taking quite a while. But here we get our soul gem. Mr. Eyebrow right here. We could use that. We'll watch a preview of him here. I like Eyebrow, though I don't know if he's very powerful. There we go. He's definitely powerful with his melee attacks, but other than that, his other attacks aren't super great. Alright, let's go back to Octavius and see what the next challenge is.
I must say, I really do find your life form fascinating. Anyway, next is the Trial of Element. You've probably never thought about this before, but... would you rather channel water? Or tame fire?
Alright, so this challenge between water and fire only happens when you take the big fish door. If you take the small fish door, you don't get this choice at all. You can't do it going that direction. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through the fire challenge here. But when we're done with this playthrough, I'm going to replay and we're going to start back here and go the other direction. Because this is kind of like the branching path point of the first set of paths. So let's go into fire. It really doesn't matter which one you pick. Neither has any collectibles in it, and they're both mini little boss fights. So we'll go the fire direction. Now, yep, we get an ambush with 4 Raptors. Now, I kind of think this is easier than the other direction. In the other direction, you get 3 zaps. And, I don't know, 2 is easier to beat than 3. Oh, they didn't block that, though. So, Eruptors, you just kind of have to get away from. They throw these things, they explode. And as long as you attack and move, you should be okay. Now, Chill's not the best person for this. Again, I should be using Boom Boom or somebody else with more power. But definitely somebody with power and range, because you don't want to get close to the Eruptors. They also have slightly more hit points, I believe, than the Zaps. We'll see when we get to the water part. For now, just taking my time, staying away. Ugh. Might have to try somebody else. Chill's about to die. Dodging these, those are kind of the worst. Dodging the lava barks are not too hard. Alright, move. And attack. We almost got one dead. There we go. Massive experience. Oh, and of course, using a water Skylander here. Oh no, get that! Is helpful for their quests. I think, yeah, as you saw, I got a fire extinguisher quest. I'm not sure that's beating fire elementals or what, but I do know I've gotten a couple of those before. I'll probably get another. There we go, one last hit. Oh, Chow Hound. Alright, so that's it. The ambush is over. We can move on to the 4th challenge and kind of the final challenge. Final level battling challenge. Let's see what Octavius has to say for this.
Wonderful. Wonderful. Keep it up. You're doing great. Next, we have the Trial of Knowledge. Tell me, are you a lock master? Or light beam perfectionist?
Alright, well, we're going to go light beam perfectionist. Again, this is the easier and shorter path of the two, I believe. It is really pretty simple. In this case, we're going to get a treasure chest over here. We're going to move a couple of these blocks over. You see lots of beams. It looks confusing, but really, you don't have many places to move these blocks. That's it. Bottom half done. Now we go up to the top. And there's one little one there. You see we need to move around. We got some blocks in the way, so we just move the blocks out of the way and start to move this final reflector into its spot. Okay, now that it wants to move over there, we have to move the blocks again. Here's our treasure chest, so we might as well grab that while we're here. Still probably needs that money. Oh, someone fell off. Alright, and now scoot this one all the way over until it falls into place. One more, come on. There we go.
Hold as ice.
That's it. Done. That was easy. That was quick. Let's talk to Octavius one last time.
Wow, we are down to the final trial, and I must say, I am very excited for this one. It is the trial of values, and I urge you to be honest here. Although, if you aren't, that will be good data for my research too. So, either way works. Do you seek the power that comes from wealth? Or from knowledge?
Okay, wealth or knowledge? Well, in this case, knowledge is almost always the best way to go. We'll do them all, but for now we're going to start with knowledge. Knowledge is going to give us the reward of the bowling pin hat. You can see it right there in the door. There it is. There's a hat. And ta-da! There it is. And like I said, there isn't really part of the level. That was it, and now we're done.
Congratulations. You have completed my trials. Can you believe it? I have learned so much from you. And in exchange for your help in this matter, I will return you to your ship. Give Flynn the coordinates for a shortcut to the lost city of Arcus. And give you guys a little present that will allow you access to the lost city. Just my way of saying thanks. Magically, all of this is waiting for you back at the Dread Yacht. But feel free to return anytime, Skylander. My many doors are always open.
Yes, they are. They are always open, and we're going to have to come back. So there we see enemy goal. We did not make it. Of course, we barely got any of those collection stars or check marks. We passed the trials. That's easy. We didn't clear it under 5 minutes. That's, that takes some effort. And enemy goal, we're not there, but we'll get it next time. It adds, it's a cumulative for each playthrough. And then all areas found, well, we're on our way, but obviously 4 playthroughs to get all those. We got our soul gem and our wing sapphire, partial hats, partial chests, a lot more to find. So, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to restart the level. We're not going to make you watch that. We're going to come back when I have the choice between the fire and the water door. And then this time we're going to choose water, and I'll take you down that path. So I'll be right back. Alright, so I'm back, and I'm back at the choice between fire and water. So now we're going to go to the water side. Here we're going to fight a few zaps. Now I've got Flash Wing on the portal because she's rather powerful. And I wanted to get through those other parts of the level again pretty quick. Alright, let's see if we can get rid of these slightly weaker zaps, but they're quicker and they have this, lightning attack that is a little bit dangerous. If I keep spinning though at the right time, that shouldn't hurt me. Plus I can dodge it a little bit. Flash Wing's pretty quick with that spin move. She's got this attack that shoots out part of her wing feathers in all different directions that do damage. That's pretty nice. This one's Witch. Got one of them down. There it is. There's the other one. So, not too bad. They're probably pretty equal. Alright. That's it. Challenge complete. Not too much to that one. Let's talk about Octavius, or talk to him again and see what he's got.
Wonderful. Wonderful. Keep it up. You're doing great. Next, we have the Trial of Knowledge. Tell me, are you a lock master? Or light beam perfectionist?
Alright, well last time we went to the light beam side. That was pretty easy. Now we're going to do some lock puzzles. They're not super hard, but they are much more time consuming. Well, this one's pretty easy. We use a lot of those belts in this level, so a couple quick turns and we get that one easily enough. But the others are going to be a little bit harder.
Got the edge.
Now on this level we are looking for another treasure chest.
Skylanders of the undead element are stronger in this zone.
Go ahead and talk to this guy, see what he can tell us about this level.
You're unlocked to solve this puzzle. Just make it through these locked gates. Get it?
Alright, so he shows us that we're going to need a couple of keys. Well, we're going to the right side first, mostly because, well, the treasure chest is over here. Let's open this lock. I like to go kind of straight for, well, maybe not in this case. Straight for the arrow area, because they usually take you somewhere pretty good. Can't go too wrong. Let's see, this way will not put this part there. Get to that one. I don't think this is going to be a perfect. There we go. Good job. Not a good job. When they tell you good job, you know it's not a good job. Alright. So now we got a couple Chompy Boom Blossoms, or whatever they're called. Not too hard, not for Flash Wing. Really rapid fire attack she has. Does some serious damage. But there we see a key that we need and a treasure chest. Let's open this lock. Alright, a little simpler. Let's see, which way should we start? Let's go with the arrow flow. Do that. Do that. Now, try this way. Now if you come like this directly on top of the arrow, you can go against the grain, which kind of helps in a situation like this. And then you can get your item that way. Oh, and I guess that was a perfect score.
Perfect success.
There we go. Alright, let's get our key and our treasure chest. Now if you go left, you could miss this treasure. So just remember, start on the right.
Precious.
I'll leave that for now. Why am I going to leave that health there? Oh, because ChompyBot comes. ChompyBot 5000 or whatever. Some danger. Maybe he'll hurt me a little bit. Or maybe not. Either way, saved up that health just in case. Now we can open this puzzle. This is a fun one. I don't know, but I think you perfect this no matter what. I just like turning toward a direction and eventually, hopefully I get it. I think when it, well, I can go this way and that way. And this way, we got it. Perfect score. Elias gets a perfect score on it. I don't know if you can't get a perfect score, but it's still kind of fun. There's our second key. Alright. Now we could use the key in this lock, but that just gets us another key that we don't need, so you don't have to go that way. But if you started left, you might have missed the treasure chest. Because you would have had that key and this key, and that would have been all you needed. So now we can get our food, which we didn't need either, and exit this section of the level.
Make way.
Alright, we'll talk to Octavius again for the final challenge.
Well, we are down to the final trial, and I must say, I am very excited for this one. It is the trial of values, and I urge you to be honest here. Although, if you aren't, that will be good data for my research too. So, either way works. Do you seek the power that comes from wealth, or from knowledge.
Well, we had this choice before, and last time we went with knowledge. So you might think this time we'll go with wealth. Well, no. We're going to go with knowledge again. And there's a very specific reason why we want to go to knowledge for a second time in a row. That is, there's no hat there anymore.
Shining through.
Now it's a legendary treasure. So they kind of hide the legendary treasure down the same path. You can only get it once you play the level once, and you get the hat. Second time down, you get the legendary treasure. So very easy to miss. I mean, impossible to get the first playthrough. And you may never really see that if you always choose wealth.
Congratulations. You have completed my trials. Can you believe it? I have learned so much from you. And in exchange for your help in this matter, I will return you to your ship. Give Flynn the coordinates for a shortcut to the lost city of Arcus. And give you guys a little present that will allow you access to the lost city. Just my way of saying thanks. Magically. All this is waiting for you back at the Dread Yacht. But feel free to return anytime, Skylander. My many doors are always open.
Alright, so there we go. Playthrough 2 is done. We did that one a little faster. We found our legendary treasure. We got another treasure chest. But it looks like we're not making too much headway on our collections. Over here, we have our enemy goal met that time. And we're halfway through the areas found. That's about right, since we have 2 more playthroughs to go. Alright, so now this next playthrough, I'm going to play through the whole thing. So I'm going to skip ahead a little bit just until we have to make the choice between the spider and the chompies. The very first choice again. And this time I'm going to choose chompy. So I'll be right back so we can go through the playthrough number 3. Alright, we're back here at the very first trial between chompies and spiders. This time we're going to take the path of the chompy. Now I have Prism Break on now because he is also really powerful. He's only level 10 too. But I'm going to do this battle with Prism Break because I like how Prism Break works here.
Skylanders of the light.
Let's quickly talk to this guy.
Hello. I see you have picked the chompy path. To complete this test, you simply have to defeat all the chompies. No problem, right?
Not much of a problem. But we also need a Lockitron Wheel. That's on this level too. And it's very easy to miss. In fact, it's probably the hardest and most hidden item on this level, other than maybe the legendary treasure, if you consider that pretty hidden. But here we have a little section, I think it's here. Is it here? Yep, we fall off. Boom, there's the Lockitron Wheel. Very easy to miss. There's not really even a path leading you over to that section. Lucky Wheel Wealth, not very important to me. I don't really want the wealth, but that's it. Now we come up here and we got these chompy bots. They'll come and attack us, so I kind of don't care about them. I'll kill these chompies. Now, Prism Break is cool because of his prism shot here. You notice how many of them there are? Every time he kills something, like a chompy, another one appears. He can throw his own down, and it splits the beam, and then it kills more chompies, and it splits the beam some more, and it just does a lot of damage quick. Alright, there's the chompy bot coming after us. Now killing all those chompies just gives us more amplification of our crystal power, more ability to attack 2 at once, which I think I'm doing, not 100% sure. I can only assume I'm hitting them here a little bit. There, that's definitely hitting that one. What is that? Bifurcation? That's what this is called. I don't know what that means. It means 2. That's all I know about buy. But I think I got rid of one of them. Huge explosion. There we go, leveled up. I don't know, I think Prison Break is cool. I definitely like the chaos and damage you can create with all those crystal and crystal beams. He's mostly, I think he's mostly leveled up in that way, but he might still have more to go. Alright, that's the level, that's the section, so let's get out of here. We got our wheel. Let's talk to Octavius again.
Well done, Skylander. I am already getting some wonderful research data here. Next is the Trial of Hart. Here, you must find your true self. Would you rather be a small fish in a big ocean? Or a large fish in a small pond?
Alright, well, the last couple times I played, I went through the large fish, but now I'm going to show you the small fish. I don't like it as much because they're small, but you do have to do it if you want the story scroll. So that's what we're going to find down this path.
Skylanders of the air element.
It's the exact same level as it was when you were a big fish, but if you notice, everything now is bigger because you're tiny. Luckily, his bifurcation still works or whatever. So we're gonna kill lots of things like that. Now, you might have seen the scroll at the very beginning of the level there. It did kind of show up, but now that you're so small, it's really hard to see. You're like zoomed in on the level. So you gotta come down here to the scroll. There it is. It's huge, but it's easy to miss a little bit once it zooms in like it did. Archeans before dressers. Alright, let's listen to this tip.
The Archeans took great pride in their complex system of using light beams to pull platforms around. And this was once the preferred method of storing valuables. That was until they invented the dresser. It is quite possible, though, that some purists left a special item or two out on those platforms. And that is where they remain to this very day.
Alright, I'm not really sure what that's referring to. It kind of sounds like the other side of the level where we had to do the beam puzzle. And there was a little bit of treasure on top of the beams, but hardly worth, you know, going after. Alright, but now that we're small, it takes longer to walk through these, but you can pretty much stop in between. When you're big, some of the Skylanders get stuck and have to get forced back. But when you're small, you always fit in between. I'm getting lucky in this case. All three are opening at once. Well, I'm not going to make it. Oh, man. And there is the problem with being small. Even though all three opened, you just can't make it through, at least with the slow Skylander, in one go. If you had Flash Wing or somebody with a little dash, I could have made that. Alright, these guys are, I think, pretty easy with Prison Break, as long as we don't face them in the front, as soon as they get behind us. When they are too far away, they put their guard down. I think I'm hitting them right now. You know, you can't see. Yep, destroyed him. So it's hard to see when he's small, but if he was larger and you were doing this, you would see that they just stand there, their shields are down, and you can just destroy them with Prison Break's beam attack like that. It's pretty cool. There, now you see it. They're running after me. And, oh, we got a little too close. Let his guard down. The other thing is about these crystals, I think the same thing is true for, like, Chill's wall of ice. The enemies go after those. They go after the crystal here, they go after the wall of ice, and they kind of leave you alone. So it acts as a good distractor as well. Alright, we got our story scroll. That's the only thing on this level. We're almost through. I think we're going to get to the end where the soul gem was, but nothing's going to be there but a little bit of bonus treasure. And for whatever reason, you know, because you're small, I think this just takes longer. Maybe not, but it seems like it does. So there's some food, which we actually don't need. And a little bit of treasure, I don't need that either. Alright, let's talk to Octavius and see what's up now. Because we went to the small fish side this time, we have now unlocked a new set of challenges. This is not the fire and water. This is something completely different now.
Very interesting. This is very valuable information to me, Skylander. Hope you're having fun too. Next is the Trial of Valor. Here is where you must make a difficult choice. Would you rather save the princess or catch the bad guy?
Alright, well, now we have a new set of challenges. Catch the bad guy or save the princess. Well, I'm going to go catch the bad guy first. And to do that, I'm going to need a fast Skylander. I'm going to go back to Flashwing. She's got that twirling spin attack that boosts her forward. It's going to be very helpful on this level. Now, you see on the door here, a butterfly with a key. If you want to get the key to get out of the level, you have to catch the butterfly.
Shining through.
If you don't catch the butterfly, you end up having to start this whole section over again. But we'll catch it. Because we're just not going to waste any time. We're just going to go right after it. We'll attack it. We'll spin attack it. Oh, maybe I will. There we go. Got the key. Usually I get a quicker nap, but that's all you got to do is stay on the butterfly. I'm not sure if you have to attack it or not. I use Flashwing, so her spin is an attack. I don't know. Alright, we can go this way. Get rid of some chompies. There actually isn't anything on this level. There isn't any collectibles. There's enemies you can kill, for sure. I don't think she can kill that guy. And be aware of the layout, because in the other direction you're going to get the same layout again, just like you did for the little fish, big fish. Alright. Flashwing getting lots of money. Flashwing is now our money Skylander, in case we need to buy stuff, which we kind of do once in a while. But she does have all of her upgrades. She just is missing level 15, so she's just missing experience. She's getting there on that, so pretty soon Flashwing will be maxed out, as I like to say. Monster Masher, she's got her almost done with her quest there for that one. And now we use that key to exit the level. Not much to it. Alright, let's listen to Octavius for another new set of challenges.
Incredible. It really is a pleasure to study your species. And we're almost done here. Only a couple more trials to go. And our second to last is the Trial of Strength. Are you a Skylander built for power? Or speed?
Well, I'm kind of built for speed, but I'm going to switch out. And I'm going to try Polar Whirlwind for a little bit.
Twists of fury.
I think is she fast? I don't know if she's super fast. Oh, she's also level 13, so she's pretty good too. Alright, we're going to go through this Trial of Strength for speed.
Moving like the wind.
Seems like a contradiction to me, but I guess you could be both strong and fast.
Skylanders of the tech element are stronger in this zone.
And I don't really have any hopes of making it through. Oh, I did. Usually I take some damage on this level. I don't really care. It's not going to hurt you that much when you get hit by these things, so like that. And it would help if I had a slightly faster Skylander like Flashwing. Now, yeah, I don't know why, but this layout is exactly the same we had a second ago. But this time, if we go over to the right, instead of fighting a bunch of chompies, we have our, I think it's our last treasure chest or second to last. Maybe no, I don't know. We'll see. Second to last.
A flurry of treasure.
Alright. So we got some treasure. And we can keep going. We got this D-Riveter deal with though. He's not getting hurt by those. Just us. Flying doesn't really help. Alright, so we just take some damage. Oh, another one. There we go. Now, up here it looks like nothing, but that's the Clamtron 4000. You remember him from Spyro's Adventure. So we're going to talk to him.
Boy, am I glad to see you. I must have taken the wrong turn at somewhere. But since we're both here, want to play a game of Sky Stones?
Alright, yeah, we want to play Sky Stones, of course.
Great! So nice to finally have someone to play with.
Hopefully he's not too hard. My stones aren't the best, but that's not too bad. Let's see what he's got.
Spiderlings.
Okay, he's got an air one and an air area. Let's see. Let's use this guy on the Spiderling. I don't have an air stone, so I'm going to be in trouble if I have to use one there. Now usually, I may have another one. Usually they won't. Oh man, that was not what I was hoping for. Alright. I was hoping I could take him with a 3, but I guess I can use my D-Riveter to do the same thing.
D-Riveter.
But I can't take that other one, so.
Inhuman Shield.
Ooh, there we go. That's pretty lucky. I guess we'll go with this guy.
D-Riveter.
He's gonna have a hard time taking one of those. If he does, I might be in trouble.
Inhuman Shield.
Alright. Ugh. I guess I'm good. It doesn't matter who I pick. If he has an air, he can only take one of my stones, which will still give me the victory. It is air, and he did take it. But that's okay. We will still win. Ooh, pretty close match. He had lots of air stones, which I bet is what we get, right? There's our reward. There it is. Yeah. Arcane Bomber, air stone. It's alright. It's got the open side.
And hey, if you ever figure out how to get out of this crazy place, let me know.
Oh, I know how to get out. Alright. So those are the two things in this level. The treasure chest and the sky stones. So now it's just a matter of going up here again and getting out. But we gotta be careful because they like to smash us with these things. Now, even though this was for speed, right? I don't know if this is speedy, but it's you just have to run along the side of it. I mean, if you have speed, it would help, but you don't need speed for it. Just be careful. There's not even bad guys up here. It's pretty simple to get us out. So, end of that level. Let's listen to Octavius for the final challenge, which we've seen before. It's the same old sound.
Wow, we are down to the final trial, and I must say, I am very excited for this one. It is the trial of values, and I urge you to be honest here. Although, if you aren't, that will be good data for my research too. So, either way works. Do you seek the power that comes from wealth? Or from knowledge?
Alright, we've done this before a couple times, but both times we went down the knowledge path and both times we got something different, so let's go down it again, right? Why stop now? Oh, it's gold bars. This is what it turns into after you've done it twice. It's always going to be gold, it's always 500. Which happens to be the same thing that's on the other side, the wealth. So at this point, it doesn't matter which way you go. We'll do it again one more time though, and I'll take you down the wealth side anyway, just to prove it.
Congratulations. You have completed my trials. Can you believe it? I have learned so much from you. And in exchange for your help in this matter, I will return you to your ship. Give Flynn the coordinates for a shortcut to the lost city of Arcus, and give you guys a little present that will allow you access to the lost city. Just my way of saying thanks. Magically, all of this is waiting for you back at the Dread Yacht. But feel free to return anytime, Skylander. My many doors are always open.
Okay, once again we passed trials. We only have 3 more areas to find. We got our story scroll check mark and our Lockitron check mark. So we're missing 1 hat and 1 treasure chest. That's good, because those are the 2 things left in the last 2 areas that we haven't explored yet. So what I'll do again is what I did last time. I'm going to play through the level a 4th time. But I'm going to skip through and only show you the part where we have to choose the princess this time, right after we go through the little fish side. So stay tuned and I'll be right back. Alright, so I'm back for the final time, and now we have to make that choice again between chasing that butterfly and saving the princess. Well, this time we're going to save the princess, and I have Bash on the portal now for his power and helping me get through the early parts of the level again. And we'll just keep him on there for a little bit.
Skylanders of the life element are stronger in this zone.
Alright, see what the ghost Octavius guy says.
So, you want to save the princess, do you? Well, you'll need to move some blocks and form a path to reach her.
There she is up on that ledge, and really this isn't that hard. We've seen this before. We move a block around. That lets us move another block around. We gotta move that block back because we're gonna have to use it as a bridge. That's all stuff we've done before. Get some coins off that bridge, and move some more blocks. Make another bridge. There's our exit, but our exit is currently blocked, so we're getting out right now. Roll our way up to the top here. Go across that bridge we made. There's a princess. And now we can get leave. Well, you probably saw early in the level, but there it is. Right behind this chompy boom blossom is a treasure chest. A couple wax, And Bash will be right through it. And now we get our final treasure. There we go. All treasure chests found.
Liking these rocks.
Yeah, I like those rocks. Rock jewelry. Alright. Alright, so that's the end of this level. Pretty easy. Get out of here. One last time to Octavius.
Incredible. It really is a pleasure to study your species. And we're almost done here. Only a couple more trials to go. And our second to last is the Trial of Strength. Are you a Skylander built for power? Or speed?
Alright, well I think I'm built for power, so I'm going to go to power side. And I guess I would jump the gun a little bit. There's one more Octavius after this. But, notice up there it's Tree Rex. Power, Tree Rex. We need a giant. This is really a giant level. So we're going to take off Bash, put on Ninjini. Kinda does not strike me as a strong giant, but we'll use her anyway. She is pretty powerful. She can lift those boulders just like anybody else.
Skylanders of the Earth element are stronger in this zone.
Yeah, well, let's talk to the Octavius guy again.
Sometimes you don't need great speed to be fast. Sometimes great strength will get you there even faster.
Okay. I don't know if we need the strength, but we'll go to the left first, where we have a heroic challenge. Feat of strength. Heroic challenge, what am I thinking? But that's okay. Alright, so far so good. I'm going to take this boulder up. Throw it over here at the derivator, see if I hit him. There we go, knock him off there. We're going to come in here, just clear out some enemies. I don't know, I don't think we have to do that, but better get rid of them now. No big deal. Notice this right here. We're going to have to go down there. And notice that portal right there. We still need to find our last hat. And to do that, we need to walk up here. Do not jump. Oh, I'm jumping. Didn't realize. Do not jump or the giant leap yet. Instead, just fall onto here. And now, we can push these blocks out. But that's not really not for the giants to do. And now we can get our hats. Umbrella hat. All hats found. Lots of armor. That's pretty cool armor, but I don't want to wear it. Now, if you did not have a giant, you could move these blocks like this and make a path out of here. I guess that's your strength. But we want to go through the giant drop. Why? Well, if I don't get all areas found, even if you do go into the final area. So I don't know if that's a glitch or if it glitched once, but we definitely want to jump from here.
Reveal your secret.
There we go. All areas found pops, and whatever this area is called, they didn't tell me. We're in it, and Ulrich is here. Now, Flashwing had the money, so I'm going to switch to Flashwing. Because there is something here I think worth buying. Give him a talk to him.
Nothing like a dark cave to set up shop, eh? Many things to choose from. Which is the one for you?
Alright, so we have a Crown of Light. That's okay. And Tiki Hat. Okay. But we have a Chompy Bot 9005 Sky Stone with 2 sides with 3 prongs. 2 sides with 2. That's a pretty good stone, and it's only 1400. She's got 66. So I'm going to go ahead and buy that one. Just to make sure I win our last few Sky Stone matches. I could, of course, cheat, but I don't want to cheat. It's not that hard. And we can back out. Now we exit this area. And we can exit the level. Now you can enter, like I said, if you build the bridge with the rocks above, you fall down here. You can still go in there and talk to Auric, but when I did that, I did not get all areas found, which kind of was not good. So that's it for this level. We can end it. And now one final time talking to Octavius.
Wow, we are down to the final trial, and I must say, I am very excited for this one. It is the trial of values, and I urge you to be honest here. Although, if you aren't, that will be good data for my research too. So, either way works. Do you seek the power that comes from wealth? Or from knowledge?
Alright, well, we've done knowledge every time so far, and if we do it again, we'll just get another 500. You could. You don't have to go this way. We got all areas found, but we're going to go to wealth. Just to see. It's bars of gold, and it should be 500 just like the knowledge path is now. Yep, 500. And I probably didn't need to give that to Flashwing, but oh well. That makes that Skystone a little cheaper.
Congratulations. You have completed my trials. Can you believe it? I have learned so much from you. And in exchange for your help in this matter, I will return you to your ship. Give Flynn the coordinates for a shortcut to the lost city of Arcus. And give you guys a little present that will allow you access to the lost city. Just my way of saying thanks. Magically. All this is waiting for you back at the Dread Yacht. But feel free to return anytime, Skylander. My many doors are always open.
Alright, finally, after 4 playthroughs, thank God we got all the check marks, because man, if I missed something, I would have been mad. But we got all the collections, we got the enemy goal, we found all areas, no lives lost, and we passed the trials. Now, if you want to get that cleared under 5 minutes, that's really tough. Strong Skylander in the first choice. Whichever one you take, doesn't matter. If you have the right Skylander, you could probably beat either one quickly. The second choice, I would probably go with Big Fish, but you might have to play a few times to test that. The Little Fish, while maybe slower, you don't have to wait for the things to collapse every time. That, of course, gives you 4 choices after that. You can either do Fire, Water, or Catch the Butterfly, or Save the Princess. Personally, I think the fights with Fire and Water, again, if you have a strong Skylander, is a little bit easier. Specifically Fire, too. Just pound on those 2 eruptors that don't move very much and get that done. Then Reflection is really quick if you went that route. If you go the other route with Speed and Power, that Power was pretty quick, I think. That was where we had to move the blocks to create the bridge. It wasn't too hard. Speed also, not too hard. I'm not sure. That's your choices there. I think I would stick with the first few paths I did and try to master those. So, alright guys, that's going to wrap it up for today. Very long video from my perspective. Hopefully not too long from yours. But that's everything in this chapter 13. Very unique level. Octavius is a pretty memorable character. I could have sworn he came in later games and not in the second game, Giants. So that might tell you how much he's ingrained in my head. But also, when you have to play a level 4 times just to get everything, you get pretty used to the level and kind of sick of it. So, not sure if I even like this level. I did it first, but anymore, not so sure. But alright, I hope you enjoyed it. Have fun playing Skylanders. Hit that like button. Subscribe to us if you're not a subscriber. Come back, watch more of our videos. The boys are playing through the Spyro Reignited trilogy right now. That's pretty fun. I got more of these walkthroughs to do. Once I'm done with the walkthroughs, I'll put up some of the other fun videos from Giants. And we still do some presents and some other videos when we have time. So come back, join us, have fun, and thanks for watching. I'll see you soon.